And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 16th episode of the Crypto Bull. In today's coin that we are going to do a technical analysis on will be the cryptocurrency called. You know what? I've actually forgotten the coin. QUARCKCHAIN. That was it. Sorry. Today we are going to do a technical analysis of the coin or project QUARCKCHAIN. So, as per usual, like mentioned in previous episodes, how are we going to do this? Well, fairly simple. We are going to analyze the coin's white paper, if existent. We're going to take a look at its historical value, both max history as well as 24-hour interval, 7 days, etc., etc. See what the average trend is reflected on today's crypto market. We are going to take a look at the dedicated websites as well as social media. These parameters will give us a fair idea on how well the coin is performing, if it's alive or dead, or if it's a scam or not, and probably or not worthwhile to invest in. So without further ado, let us begin. I'm going to put on full screen. Here we go. So the website I tend to use to look up all projects as a central hub would be CoinGecko. Actually, you can do the same with CoinMarketCap. And we're going to look up QUARCKCHAIN. Here it is, ranked 297 on CoinGecko at least. So what do we see here? Current value $2 and a bit, been down 8.2% in the last 24 hours, but increased in value when compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. What do I see here? See dedicated websites, an immediate link towards the white paper. That's very positive. Medium article, Steemit article. We'll be clicking on that later to analyze naturally the project in and in itself. Let's see explorers here, Etherscan and Explorer. This implies it's not so much a coin, but moreover a token. It makes use of the Ethereum blockchain, so it's going to be probably an ERC20 token, which is the most used. Wallets, Ledger, naturally. Community, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and that's another dedicated Telegram channel. So I'm assuming one of these is going to be for news and updates and the other one for community. Source code available on GitHub, tags, the token, and other. So that doesn't give me all too much information. Generally, the tags indicate to me what it's all about. Sometimes it's DeFi, decentralized exchange. Others say, well, cryptocurrency as a means to indicate it's a currency being developed, etc. So no clear idea here. Current value, well, in the last 24 hours, went quite sideways down, I dare say. Naturally, I'm going to open a new file to indicate the entire market today on... Come on, can't seem to type anymore. Today at 12 o'clock, well, the entire market is bleeding out red, so shouldn't come as a surprise there. But anyway, went down tremendously. Naturally, I'm more inclined to watch the entire trend, its entire historical run. So I'm going to put it on max here. Upon launch, 30 cents. And then actually went quite sideways for a very, very, very long time. And only now seems to be getting into an uptick. From what I can conclude, there was a lot of hype incepted July 2018. So that's during the hype of the, I'm not going to say first bull run, but the last bull run of 2017-2018. So it probably tried to cash in on, well, the hype back then. Went down, had some brief luck here before it actually went down and remained stagnant for a very long while, up until, I'm going to believe it's October. It September, October, there we go. Up until October, where it slowly went back up until it reached its current price indication. I'm going to take a look at 1 year basis. So from what I can tell, it seems to follow market trends. I'm going to compare it to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is lower in margin, okay. Ethereum, same thing here. So we're going to take a general look at value, and we can immediately see here it's in a down cycle since, well, sometime, reached its peak somewhere beginning of April. If I start zooming in, it will all become much clearer. You see there was a little bit updraft, but the graph here isn't really all that positive. It implies that it follows market trends, so lacks a little bit of adoption, I dare say, and probably solid. Well, the use case it has isn't going to be as solid as it is. That's something which I can more or less derive from current graphs here. Last month, somewhat stable, but I dare say going down, obviously. 7 days, same here, 24 hours there. So historical value, not looking all too good. Where can it be traded? Mostly Binance, it seems. Bithumb a bit true. About QUARCKCHAIN coin. So current value, 24 trading volume of slightly less than 10 million. Circulating supply of 6.5 billion QUARCKCHAIN coins and a max supply of 10 billion. So I dare say this is a feasible limit. However, due to lack of knowledge what it is about, dare not say if it's going to be a good move, though considering the time that has already passed and the amount of circulation, they are about midway. And DeFi challenges starting shortly and equalize with QUARCKCHAIN. Oh, there about is a video. Can be nice, but for all intents and purposes, I'm not going to click on it. By reason, while recording this, well, the video doesn't play itself, and I try to keep my videos as short. I dare say if you guys are watching with me and following through CoinGecko, pause the video, click on it, read up. In any case, I'm going to try to explore what it is about by, well, looking up through their official websites. First up, QuarkChain.io. Neat website, loaded quite fast. See here in Chinese, Japanese, and in English. Big Bang launched, so hold on a second. Blockchain infrastructure by using blockchain sharding technology, so something with sharding, okay. It's current news articles, it seems. Okay, doesn't tell me a lot. Say it's highly flexible, has high scalability and high usability. Okay, this thing is cycling quite quickly. Something with a virtual machine. Hold on there. Multi-consensus, multi-ledgers, multi-native tokens, and token econo. So it's probably going to be DeFi related. Sharding, horizontal scalability. Okay. Double layered blockchain. Okay. Nothing which is all too clear. Proof of stake, so they're making a DeFi product of it. Yeah, here. Development DevNet. So from what I can tell, with the information, it's a lot, and I'm merely talking from experience here. And naturally, from what I can tell and see, it seems to be a development platform for everything concerning decentralized finance. So that can build the dApps, etc. Industrial services, financial services, dApps and platforms, entertainment and gaming, and many other. So it seems to be contender for Ethereum or an alternative to it. Community, QUARCKCHAIN resources, news media press, going to look into that later on. It's something about sharding in any case, but I'm not very sure. I'm very happy to see here white pip. Perhaps we can learn something more here. I also saw the possibility of staking on the official website. I saw it. Scroll through it here. Staking 2.0 with DeFi product. So I'm assuming here it's going to be proof of stake based, which more or less will confirm that the QUARCKCHAIN is actually some kind of blockchain or layered blockchain, it seems, to build a variety of decentralized applications on. High capacity peer-to-peer transactional system. So, okay. So yeah, that's a little bit a copy of Bitcoin almost. Instead of peer-to-peer electronic cash system, they made it transactional systems. So it's for storing transactions in that case. Finance or business. So generally, it isn't very good advice that they put in a notice and a disclaimer for finance and government regulation. General informational purposes, yada yada yada. So 41 pages, and 6 of them are dedicated for legal issues. Oh boy, I think we're in for a surprise here. The trustless blockchain Bitcoin have started rewiring the nature of our current economy, communication and knowledge as a global finance. Quick reading here. However, simple pursuit of scalability who sacrifices decentralization and security. Permissionless blockchain architecture that aims to meet a global-wise commercial standard, provides secure, decentralized, scalable blockchain solution to deliver reshardable two-layered blockchain. Blockchain shards of the first layer and a root blockchain of the second layer that confirms the blocks from the first layer. So basically, this first line here reads as we made a copy of Bitcoin, but already put in a second layer solution like the Lightning Network in order to enable, well, more elasticity and faster transactions. Not all too impressed by it. Generally, I would dare to call it lazy programming, but this is making it, well, unnecessarily complex. And the general rule when programming in blockchain or anything related towards cryptocurrency, the more complex you make something, well, the more you qualify and create openings for hackers and, well, nefarious sources, I dare say, to bring down the project. You enable more weaknesses to occur. Generally, when programming with blockchain and choosing your consensus protocol and how everything works, the more simple it is, the more robust it becomes, and the less likely it will become hacked. It's, well, the general rule of it becomes more valuable if you detract the unnecessary complexities from it. And that's one of the general rules which made Bitcoin successful. So with that first line, I'm not entirely convinced already. Anyway, guaranteed security by market-driven collaborative mining. So yeah, decentralized mining. That's actually general rule with all cryptocurrency, which are decently made. Anti-centralized horizontal scalability, network with high TPS. A super full node can be extremely expensive, which encourages centralization. That's correct. In contrast, blockchain allows multiple cheap nodes forming a cluster to replace a super full node. So basically, they're saying, well, we enable more nodes to be created instead of a few super nodes whereby all central verification and validations occur. That's a complicated way to explain, well, a simple delegated proof of stake. But I believe they want to focus more on the lack of master nodes, I dare say, and generally want to focus on the amount of smaller nodes, from what I can tell here. Continue. Efficient cross-shot transactions. Cross-shot transaction QUARKCHAIN can be issued at any time. Confirmed in minutes. The speed of cross-shot transactions increase linearly at the number of shot increases. So yeah, that's brain fodder, they say. That's logical results. Simple account management. There is only one account in for the entire blockchain shot in the QUARKCHAin. Okay. In one smart wallet. So multi-wallet, like a trust wallet being used there. Not all too impressed. Turing Complete smart contract platform. The QUARKCHAIN network supports Turing Complete smart contracts and has adopted the Ethereum virtual machine to allow for easy migration of existing EVM decentralized apps into the QUARKCHAIN platform. So basically, they enabled some kind of platform, smart contract, an additional layer for compatibility of a variety of already made cryptocurrencies or platforms on the Ethereum chain to be crossed over towards their own QUARKCHAIN. So from what I can tell, an alternative to Ethereum, but well, yeah, making use of delegated proof of stake, but instead of programming something anew, it seems they created a blockchain by layering, well, by making use of second and third layers to solve scalability issues at the first go. It doesn't seem very right to me, slightly distrustful, but hey, you never know. If someone in the chat is watching this stream and I'm, well, completely wrong about it, I want to set me straight, go ahead, put it in chat, I will read it out loud and will give you my unrestrained opinion, or we'll say, yeah, okay, you're right, and move along. But that's the general gist I'm having here, and it doesn't bode very well. Patience and vision overview of blockchain. So challenges, technology, design principle, blockchain society. So there's a lot of blah blah here, and it only gets interesting starting from chapter 3. So we're going to take a quick peek. Sharding, blah blah blah. Just all too far. Here, trade-offs, nope. Technology of QUARKCHAIN. Design principle is designed based on volume principle and enhancing scalability. Okay. Enabling seamless cross-shot transaction for user quality of experience. So yeah, what they actually mean with cross-shot transaction here is the ability to transfer between a variety of blockchains. So it is DeFi related. Something akin to it is, yeah, in one of my previous episodes, I did, discuss this topic a little bit. It generally is, included in the DeFi world, I dare say. Not so much that the blockchains themselves are suddenly crossed over, but they tend to wrap coins, and with that I mean they tend to create a shard or a deviation from the blockchain, hold the tokens and coins in custody somewhere in a wallet, and that wallet is connected through a smart contract towards the newly sharded blockchain, which is generally called, for example, wrapped Bitcoin, wrapped Ethereum, which isn't really Ethereum or Bitcoin, but moreover a token representing a certain amount of Bitcoin or Ethereum inside the wallet and connected through a smart contract. I hope that's clear enough of an explanation. Otherwise, by questions, post them in the chat or DM me immediately through Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. So that's what this seamless cross-shot transaction is about. Simple account management for clients, okay. Open standard to support various development apps, okay. Incentive-driven ecosystem, that applies to all cryptocurrencies, so I'm not immediately impressed. Like they say, it's one big blockchain here, but in reality, it consists of multiple blockchains. Each my blockchain. So yeah, it's like Bitcoin and its second layer solution, the Lightning Network. you have the general Bitcoin blockchain, but they added an additional layer on top, namely the Lightning Network, which enables and searches the closest active nodes in order to get the fastest amount of validations and verifications. And later on, the rest of the blockchain will start confirming the transaction made. So it's really to speed up to speed up the validation of transactions. That's what the Lightning Network does, and they seem to have implemented here also, but built their own second layer on top of their own blockchain. In a general sense, this indicates to me, well, it says to me, we made mistakes when initially launching our own blockchain, so we immediately prepped it up by adding a second layer and selling it as one solid blockchain, while in reality, it's a flawed product that you made amends to and then are selling suddenly as one finished product. That's not really how it works. So that's an underlying problem, and I'm going to pin on it because I may not use curse words here, but it's BS to me. Which includes current ledger state confirmation, divide, conquer, root, block, minor block. So this is actually explanation how layers work. And collaborative mining, sorry, this once again isn't something new. It's how everything works. Okay. So it was based on a proof of work here. Consensus algorithm. Run the following consensus algorithm, which is a bit odd, especially since they said we launched proof of stake. So that in itself indicates, I'm going to refer back to it. So here they say chain runs on the PoE algorithm, same as Bitcoin, Ethereum. Okay. Each shard runs a consensus called root chain first PoE, given two forks on a shard. So it's proof of work based. However, they made staking available, which implies they did something what Ethereum is trying to implement, and which is adding an additional layer on top of the blockchain to make it proof of stake consensus. So either it's PoE or POS, and they're trying to, well, do both at the same time, which is also quite some nonsense here. Hardly available, rewards, blah, blah, blah. Long duration, position on network in the blockchain society. So I'm not going to read further. I know already enough from reading the white paper. If you want to read more, I dare say, take your time, download it. But I'm not very interested to read further. Scalable blockchain consensus algorithm. So this actually an additional white paper, I dare say, the real technicalities of how they changed from PoE and enabled staking with it. This is going to take us slightly too far, and I want to keep these videos as short as possible with a maximum amount of information. But scrolling through here, I'm going to close it. That's the factual programming, which doesn't really interest many. There's a mainnet, developer portal, mining handbook for those who are interested. This is the handbook on how to set it up. So you saved, which means the quantity requiring of balance, how to use the mining address and then return the mining benefits to miners regularly to mine. So they made a combination of proof of stake, proof of work, and they called it POS-we. Like I said, you either go all in and don't make things more complicated, because it opens up possibilities to weaknesses and exploits that can be used. So seeing this is a variation of the theme, and I dare say, well, it's probably either proof of work or proof of stake, not both combined. I have nothing to add to it, so that alone, well, you can call me biased, but no, I'm not entirely convinced by it. That's on the technical aspect. So that one weighs heavily on me. Ecosystem. Let's take a look. Ecosystem, data information system, Primas, Token Insight, Singularity Financial Limited. Most of these are China and Japanese, so I don't immediately recognize big ones. This one rings a very long bell somewhere. Yeah, Matic Network, okay. That one I know. Depth and Platform, ArcBlock. I've gotten that one a few times. Certic I know. E16 for Citamax. Tripio, yeah, Modi, Playat, Xblock. So there's a lot of, well, companies, businesses associated, but none that really strike enough with me or indicate me that they are quite important. Global community. Okay, so these are all the social media. I'm going to base myself on it. So yeah, that's Medium, Twitter, Telegram, Reddit, Facebook, YouTube, WeChat, Weibo, ChainNode, Naver, Kakao Talk. I'm going to click on later on it. Resources, news. I want to see updated news articles and developments. May 6th. Okay. To participate in Unchained's ecosystem development. Okay. Collaboration here. To be used for payment. So they have their own blockchain now and own tokens. Fairly good. Is that on a... Okay, it's quite irregularly updated. I see March 3rd, March 15, May 6th, February 25, cross-chain by using cross-sharding technologies, 15 DeFi application announcements. Well, seeing this and considering the date, NFTs have been gaining quite some traction in only the last couple of months. So it seems they are nothing more than following the market hype. So I dare say this isn't really that mind-blowing, but moreover, let us follow the markets and, well, do our thing to drive in as much money as possible. That's how I interpret it. Naturally, if you disagree with me, you can do so, but yeah, expect a response. Can be positive if I see your arguments are quite solid, but if you're a dumbass, expect some slack. So some AMAs here. Blockchain. So yeah, it's very, very general. Close it. Media, let us see. QUARCKCHAIN testnet. Yeah, okay, that's not even translated into English. I'm going to close it. Investors, about us investors. Yeah, right. To be honest, if I see an about us, I want to see developers, CEOs, not those who are backing your ass. So that's quite a negative point with a little bit pushing. No investors. Can't seem to find. I'm going to get back towards the white paper. Perhaps I can see who is behind the project. General, it's somewhere at the last page. Use of information. So that's once again legal information. Are you kidding me? Liability. There's no assurance of any success. Competitors. Loss of talent. Depends. Seriously, guys, you're drowning into legislation. You shouldn't be if you're quite convinced of the project and the solidity. However, like I said, from what I noticed in the white paper, there isn't very much to be proud of and made it unnecessarily complex without really distinguishing oneself from, well, simple established projects like Ethereum and Bitcoin, but with an immediately integrated second layer solution, which doesn't really help your credibility. Any case, I don't see any developers here, which is quite bad actually. Developer community. I hope I can find something there. There are some developers here. That's a community page. Yeah, it isn't looking all too good here. Anyway, perhaps another website. That's the white paper once again. Does it reflect to what? Yeah, not found. That's what I suspected. Medium. Perhaps this article here of Medium rules. Yeah, that's neither a very good sign here. That's one of the reasons why I always say open the various sites. If you see something like this, something is going on. Either development halted, which is fair and square, but with an active project, not all too good. That implies it's probably a scam or shilling going on. Let's try Steam it. Okay. B-weekly project progress 3 years ago. Right. Isn't updated. I can immediately close this one. One following. Not all too good. Seeing it's a contract, I'm going to pull it through a sniffer. And despite me knowing that it's older than 3 years old, I'm still going to do it by reason it gives me the immediate, where is it? Indication if it's a scam project or not, or if scams are based on it. Possible contract. Okay. So it can halt transfer. So like I suspected, it isn't 100% clear. Not 1%. So it's verified. No pre or similar tokens. Source does not contain a proxy contract. So yeah, this is a major flaw, I dare say. It checks out the other boxes, so it's more subtle in its approach. And I don't like what I'm seeing. Anyways, community, Reddit. When looking at social media, I want to see a healthy, good mix of memes, development updates, news updates, questions, etc. I see one of those things being prevalent too much, red flags in that case means something is being pushed, or it's a really shitty project that the only thing that can happen is, well, newbie investors memeing about it in hopes to hype it up and get some earnings. So 2 days ago, after a long time, probably not. And that's from an investor. Please share your prediction of search for QKC. Fairly easy. Entire market 8 days ago was still in uptick. Flexible designs into fun since it had been a technology. That's marketing talk this month. Yes, not all too. Believe in QC. Soon term exemption. So that's news updates. Yeah, there's some memes here, but most of it is marketing talk and memes, so that's already a red flag on Reddit right there. So make me distrustful, and there isn't much activity on the Reddit itself. From what I can tell, scroll a little bit. 1 month ago, 27 days ago, 18 days. Most recent is already 2 days old, and not all too much comments. So either the Reddit page isn't updated and as that as can be, despite its 9,500 members, or, well, it's born dead, stillborn. Let's check out their Twitter, official Telegram, 73,500 followers. Seems to be slightly more active. Ethereum competitors. So yeah, from what I can tell by logo, they're in it and situated here. It's them, so it is actively competing with Ethereum, but feeling quite badly. A scalable solution for peer-to-peer transactions. Nope. Quite a lot of marketing. Now, what I can tell, the community is slightly more active on QUARCKCHAIN. The amount of likes more or less complies with the amount of followers or what you can expect from it. Interaction seemingly also. Although this one's on the low side. It's a retweet. QUARCKCHAIN, 7th of May, so yeah. Checks out, but considering the amount, I dare say good part might have been bought for likes, retweets. So something is going on, because the amount of interaction here isn't really up to par with what amount they represent. So there's probably some part of it healthy interaction with the community, and another part, because it's really random considering the tweets, another part simply being bought and being unresponsive. So yeah, I don't trust it. Red flag. Second, well, I wanted to say second one, but I believe in my mind I'm at my third or fourth already. Facebook, well, if Twitter is already dead, do not have high hopes. Yeah, okay, can check it. I'm going to log in. Telegram channel. Okay, I'm working from Google Book here, so I can't open it, so you can check it out. Seems I have to conclude, well, my analysis of the coin here. Should I?
Hey guys, welcome back to Altcoin Buzz Spotlight with me, Leah Heilfan. The show
She's
where
a
we
good
speak
one.
to entrepreneurs, innovators, and thought leaders in the cryptocurrency.
She tells me something about the developers.
Next generation heterogeneous.
After this, I'm going to say thank you, Leah.
Welcome to the program. How are you doing today?
Dr. Key
Hi, it's my great pleasure.
Let's check it out. Was it written again? Oh. Kizu. Let's take a look. QUARCKCHAIN. It's without a C. Okay. There we go. Well, the thing itself, the video gave some credibility. So he's bashing on Ethereum Classic, okay. Founder and CEO, software engineer at Facebook. Well, he's got some qualities here. I'm just going to try to find something here. QUARCKCHAIN Incorporated. Generally, if it starts with Incorporated, I'm very, very, very wary. 6 employee, yeah, right. I can seem to find them. Damn it. Founding partner, CMO. Yeah, okay, there are a few profiles attached to it. From what I can tell. Yeah, just look up the video. It's 17 minutes long, and from my experience, because I follow Leah Heilfan herself on Twitter, she tends to ask solid questions when it concerns cryptocurrency. Do not let her looks confuse you. Well, she's smarter than she looks, and that's to be interpreted as a compliment, because I'm fairly certain if I gain some popularity, I might get some slack for that remark. So anyways, I'm going to close this stream and start my conclusion. So what can I tell about QUARCKCHAIN? Well, I have a few red flags which tick the boxes. First and foremost, well, its historical value tends to follow the market trends, which isn't a very good sign. It implies that the project itself isn't as solid as it advertises it to be. It follows the market trends by reason that the investors start investing in it in hopes of gaining some additional returns, of getting some profits. Not so much because they that they trust the project itself, but moreover for making easy gains. And well, considering the current state of the market, everything is turning red at the moment, so it is going down. Is it a dead project? In all likelihood, from what I can tell, there weren't really no new news updates. There isn't really any development going on. There were some newsworthy articles, but generally, well, the idea of following more market trends like DeFi and NFTs. And that's what a lot of small-time cryptocurrency projects do when they see, well, we lost our fair share of investors, we lost our edge. So we're going to try and implement something new in order to keep on being, well, in the spotlights. So that's the first red flag, its historical value. Second was reading the white paper. Now, before that, the about page on CoinGecko in itself didn't really show, well, a condensed article, a few words of explanation what it is about. And instead, a video was uploaded from an alternative channel, even an interview with the CEO, wherein questions are being asked. Now, it might be interpreted as something modern, as something decent, but in my eyes, this is something, well, a marketing strategy in order to come across as more legitimate when compared to what it really stands for. So it is a marketing attempt, but when it concerns legitimacy, not really. The white paper in itself, when reading, as we did online here during this live stream, we immediately noticed, well, that it really isn't a singular blockchain that is being made and sustained. Moreover, it's a blockchain with additional layers being sold as a finished product. It's an unnecessary complexity which underlines, from my point of view, and in my view, well, bad development and bad programming. Like I said, Bitcoin in itself has its own major blockchain, but has a second layer solution. Why? Because they noticed for, well, widespread use, for mainstream use, that the transaction speeds are not up to par. So they developed a second layer solution, the Lightning Network. It is renowned that it's a second layer solution in order to speed it up, which solves an issue. So you might say, yeah, okay, that issue is solved, but it does not make an inherent part of the central development of the project. What they did here was saying, okay, we have a blockchain, but now we have to measure up to scalability and transaction speeds. We are now going to add an additional layer or multiple layers on it and sell it as one centralized blockchain as a finished product. That's simply lazy and bad programming. To me, it shows you're not doing your job properly. Furthermore, investigating the site, it was quite hard to actually discover who exactly the development team was. I had to take, well, a few roundabouts, and it was only with the interview that I saw that the interviewee was the supposed CEO, the founder of QUARCKCHAIN. And only by typing in his name and actively searching through LinkedIn did I notice there were other, and dare not say developers, but moreover associates to the project. No really hardcore developers are present, so I might assume it is some rough copy-paste job being done by the doctor itself. What was his name? Dr. Key Zhu or something. So that's a big red flag. Also, other red flags include, well, the other websites being offline or the articles being unpublished. Generally, something like Medium or Steemit do not pull articles unless there is a very solid reason to it. Unless they know that there's a scam going on, or if the project has become defunct, or that simply has been blown out of proportion, or as indicated on screen in the last I'm not going to say half hour, but last quarter when investigating the website, it was being pulled by reason there were, well, nefarious forces at work. Publicity and pushing of a project which went against community guidelines. So heavy marketing and trying to shove it down people's throat. That in itself implies it's scheme, a pyramid scheme, that it's probably a scam. Now, is it a scam? I'm not going to say it is. However, the project itself isn't as solid as it wants to be. Like I said, when reading the technical white paper, it was unnecessarily complex, and solution upon solution upon solution is being sold as one definitive product, which is generally bad marketing. Just imagine trying to buy a car and where the guy says, yeah, so this is the frame, and now I will sell you, well, the wheel basis and now the steering wheel. It doesn't make sense. It isn't a solution that you're selling. It's simply car parts being added together. If I want to go to a car dealership, I want the whole car as one solution, not as, yeah, okay, so that's the first layer, so that's the frame you're buying, and then you're buying that and that and that and that. A car is one piece, I dare say. So yeah, it simply makes no sense at all. So yeah, this was my analysis of QUARCKCHAIN. General conclusion, I dare say, considering its historical value, well, lack of development, lack of community activity, its unnecessary complexity, I dare say, do not invest in it. The sole reason why it is in uptick has to do with the entire market, and even that uptick, and I'm really talking about the last couple of months, because markets now are bleeding, how do I say? Well, it's not a solid project. So yeah, there's say QUARCKCHAIN, steer away from it. It has, well, it isn't really a rug pull, but it has more to do with being a bad project. And like Jaja said, are we fucked? Oh yeah, right, YouTube. Damn you, you almost made me lose my channel. I'm believing this question here, as shown on screen before being pulled. No, not entirely. People say this is a healthy pullback for the crypto markets. What I dare say is await the trends. Always buy the dip. Myself, I'm going to wait 2 more days. So I'm awaiting Thursday and Friday before making my move. If it's still red by then, I'm buying on Saturday or Sunday. If it turns green, I'd probably be buying on Friday. By reason, if the trend continues somewhere Friday evening, that means generally in the weekend the trend will continue. But that's on the aside. I'm going to round up the broadcast here. Thank you guys all for watching. Hope to see you guys soon in the next video. Bye.